Hello everyone, my name is Konstantinos Polizos and I would like to talk about the paper Unveiling Anomalous Edges and Nominal Connectivity of Attributed Networks, a joint work with Mr. Mavromatis, Dr. Ioannidis and Professor Giannakis, which is supported by these NSF grants. So, graphs are widely adopted for modeling complex systems, including financial networks, social networks, or brain networks. Learning from graph data provides assistance in reasoning about the behavior of such systems, understanding their innate structure, and predicting their dynamic evolution. Two characteristic graph-based learning tasks include classification of nodes or classification of the whole graph, and semi-supervised learning, where we have the values or some labels of some observed nodes, and we're trying to predict the values or labels of the unobserved nodes. In this presentation, we will focus on identifying anomalous graph data, a problem with numerous applications including network intrusion, credit card frauds, spam reviews, and many others. More specifically, we assume that the graph connectivity is perturbed by an adversary who manipulates the edges of the graph, and the goal of this study is to unveil these anomalous edges. My agenda is the following. Firstly, we will define the problem of unveiling anomalous edges. Then we'll see what happens with anomalous edges across communities. We will introduce the notion of smoothness over features and explain how this notion can be used in this problem. Then we will show two models with complementary benefits and show some experimental results that corroborate their effectiveness. Finally, we will conclude with some interesting remarks and future directions. Now, let's consider a graph with capital N nodes and capital E edges connecting pairs of nodes. The graph connectivity is captured by the N times N adjacency matrix A. Allow me to introduce the N times capital F feature matrix X, in which each row represents a feature vector of the corresponding node. Allow me also to introduce the N times N Laplacian matrix L, which is given by this equation. We assume that the graph is perturbed, and the perturbed adjacency matrix is denoted with A tilde, and the perturbed Laplacian matrix with L tilde. Also, allow me to define the set of perturbed edges with calligraphic epsilon tilde. Given the perturbed Laplacian and the feature matrix X, the goal is to unveil the anomalous edges in calligraphic epsilon tilde and recover the unperturbed Laplacian. For this problem, we rely on the fact that anomalous edges are more likely to connect nodes belonging to different communities or nodes with very different features. For example, in the social voting network, each voter is associated with attributes like age or state that they live in, and anomalous edges may appear between nodes of different communities or between nodes with uncorrelated attributes. Regarding anomalous edges across communities, it is well known that the decomposition of the Laplacian matrix reveals the community structure. More specifically, the low rank approximation of the Laplacian shows the communities, and the low rank the number of the communities. To retrieve anomalous edges connecting different clusters, we can augment the decomposition using a sparse matrix that collects these edges. Therefore, we have the following optimization problem, where L tilde denotes the perturbed Laplacian, R is a low rank approximation matrix, S is a sparse matrix that collects the unobserved edges. This one denotes the L1 norm that promotes the sparsity of matrix S, and this one is the nuclear norm that promotes R to be low rank. Lambda and mu are appropriately chosen regularizers. Although interesting, This optimization problem has one basic limitation. It does not leverage the nodal features. Allow me to introduce the notion of smoothness over features and show how it can be used in our problem. X is deemed smooth if the features of connected vertices have similar values. Smooth features are captured by the so-called Laplacian regularizer, which is given by this equation, where Aij are the I, j element of the adjacency matrix, and xi, xj are the ith and jth feature vector of the I and j node. So, when the Laplacian regularizer has small values, this indicates that neighboring vertices have similar feature values. Incorporating this notion of smoothness over features with the low-rank model that we saw in the previous slide, we have the following optimization problem, where lambda, mu, and gamma are properly chosen regularizers. Based on this formulation, we propose two different models with complementary strengths. Regarding the first one, we know that both the L1 and the nuclear norm are not differentiable at the origin. So this problem is convex but non-smooth. Although there are available solvers, they rely on costly singular value decompositions per iteration, which incurs prohibitive computational complexity. To deal with this issue, we use this factorization, where U and V are n times capital R matrices, and R, capital R, is the upper bound on the rank of matrix R. In addition, it holds that the nuclear norm of R can be obtained by this minimization problem, and thus the optimization problem of the previous slide reduces to this one. Although this is a non-convex problem, we can use alternating minimization methods with closed form updates. More specifically, we use the alternating least squares method, in which we at each step we obtain U by minimizing F with respect to U, keeping V and S constant. Then we do the same by minimizing F with respect to V, keeping U and S constant, and S is obtained by using the soft thresholding operator. This procedure is repeated until we have convergence, and this algorithm incurs complexity and n squared R. The second model attempts to approximate the unperturbed graph structure and thus aid the anomaly identification task. We leverage the statistical properties of the features in order to learn the graph structure with increased robustness to anomalies. The graph Laplacian can be approximated similarly as estimating the sparse inverse covariance matrix, which can be done by solving this optimization problem. After solving this problem, and we obtain theta, although theta captures feature correlations, it is not a valid Laplacian. To cope with this issue, we combine the sparse inverse covariance selection problem with the low-rank model that we described previously, and we propose the following optimization problem, where these constraints enforce the learned matrix R to be positive definite and a valid Laplacian matrix. This one is the coupling factor that couples the sparse inverse covariance selection problem with the low-rank model. One worth mentioning in detail is that this term is closely related to the smoothing term that we described in the previous slides and contains all the feature information. This problem is convex and can be solved either using the interior point method or alternating direction method of multipliers, which includes this complexity, which is more costly compared to the previous algorithm. For the experimental evaluation, we use stochastic block models, which are synthetic networks that consist of capital C communities, and the feature matrix X consists of capital F eigenvectors of the Laplacian matrix corresponding to the capital F lowest eigenvalues. In addition, we use the real social Arcus network, which consists of 32 people from computer science department of Arcus University, and the adjacency matrix denotes their Lance relations. The feature matrix contains the Lance relations of these 32 people with 26 different people from other departments. The metrics used for the experimental evaluation are the hit rate at 10 and the mean reciprocal rank. If we make a list of all negative elements of the sparse matrix S in ascending order, then the H-10 matrix shows how many edges are correctly identified as anomalous given the first 10 candidates' anomalous edges of the list. The mean reciprocal rank is the average reciprocal rank of all correctly identified anomalous edges. The baselanes that we use to compare our models with are the following. For the anomaly identification, we use the low rank and sparse model. And for the Laplacian recovery, we use the sparse inverse covariance selection problem. And we have the following results. Regarding the anomalous edge identification, we observe from this table that both methods significantly outperform the baseline, which corroborate the importance of the novel feature smoothing adaptation. Regarding the unperturbed graph topology recovery, we have that with these pictures illustrate the ground truth topology. This is the estimation of our model, and this one is the estimation from the sparse inverse covariance selection problem. And we observe that our estimation is much closer to the ground truth topology compared to the one of the sparse inverse covariance selection problem. So, in this work, the goal is to identify anomalous edges on attributed networks. We rely on low rank and sparse decomposition, and we adapt the feature of the smoothness over features in order to enhance the anomaly identification performance. The second model also aids in recovering the unperturbed topology, except of identifying the anomalous edges. Although the second model performs better compared to the first one, it is more costly. Some future directions include robust community detection with ego tensors and anomaly identification on dynamic and knowledge graphs. Thank you very much.